I have always liked tripling up, and in today's video I will show you my Euro 2024 draft where I have tripled up in defense with one team. Let's go through why I'm actually tripling up in defense, because it's a very risky strategy, but I have seen a lot of joy doing it in the Premier League official game. But I will also tell you why in the Euro game it may be even better, because this is a short format. This isn't a marathon compared to the PL, so having those triple clean sheets in one game week could be the difference for you going on the top or getting mid-table in your private league or overall on the leaderboard. So therefore I've actually gone for a little bit of a risky strategy. I have actually decided to triple up in Italy. I will show you the full team in a second. But I think the first fixture against Albania is way too good, especially when the Albanian manager have removed key players like Sokol Sikaleshi, Myrto Usuni, players like it doesn't make sense to remove them. And another reason for me going for this is because I have a chip strategy where I will play my limitless in game week 2 or match day 2. And therefore I will have the possibilities to do a lot of risky things in game week 1 and target specific fixtures like this. And of course, as any strategy, this has a weakness, but this has a very big weakness because, as I said, this is a strategy where you will go big or you will go home. And of course, if Albania scores, this strategy will have seen better days, but of course we can substitute the players out, so it isn't crisis if they concede either. For this Euro I'm having a private league with a prize pool of over 50 euros, so if you want to join, the code will be on the screen, and the only thing you need to do is to comment your fancy username and also sign up to Soarer and comment your Soarer username. And if you haven't signed up to Soarer yet, it will be the first link in the description, where you can also get 50 euros after buying 5 cards. This is of course free to play, and Soarer is quickly explained a fancy game where you collect cards, where you can win VIP experiences like playing at Anfield, getting VIP tickets, winning cards worth real money, jerseys, and also money. And from there I will give away the rewards if you finish inside the top 10 in my private league. And now let's look at the team, and as you can see on the screen right here, we have 2 different goalkeepers, and that is going to be Gianluigi Donnarumma and also Mats Hels. Hels is a 4 million goalkeeper, and after the news of Courtois not being called up, Euro 2024 managers was so excited about the news of a starter Belgium 4 million goalkeeper. Although Castells is a very tough contender, so we aren't 100% sure yet, but I think it's 50-50, so that will be very interesting to see, and a punt I will definitely take. And another goalkeeper beside that, we have gone big, we have gone for Gianluigi Donnarumma, 6 million goalkeeper. I think he will have a very good Euro, and he is an incredible goalkeeper, but not just that, he's playing at a very good team. And also the first game week against Albania, you can't go wrong with that, although 6 million is on the expensive side. Let's move on to the defense, and let's jump over Mittelstadt for a second and look at Di Lorenzo and Di Marco, the 2 wingbacks from Italy. I think this looks way too strong, because against Albania, these guys could get humongous scores, and I can't wait for that. Although I backed Albania in my last draft, I actually don't think they will do that well because of the decisions of the manager. It doesn't give me confidence, the moves he has made, and also the route that he has decided to take before the Euros, making Albania play against 2 very bad opponents. And I don't think, as I said when talking about tripling up on Italy defense, I don't think Albania will be prepared to play against a team like Italy. So therefore I've gone for those two very good players individually. Also Di Lorenzo 5.5 million and also Di Marco 5 million. And also Mittelstadt, very boring one. Everyone has him. I will also have him because I have watched a lot of him from Stuttgart, and also he was very good the last break Germany had. And also Diogo Dalot, a player I had in my last draft. I think he is such a good player, and I think he is almost 100% nailed for Portugal, although there are some competition there. But if he gets benched, I will just lose it, because he has been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. So hopefully he sticks in there. And the next one is a very big differential. It's going to be Bardaki, and the main reason for me going for him is that he seems like the main man from Turkey when it comes to the defenders. And also for Galatasaray this season, he has scored so many goals from corners, and he seems so dangerous, and also for Turkey actually. So he's a very aerial good player, and against Georgia, like he could score and get a huge score. And not just that, I feel like Bardaki is probably the most stable player in that defense. The one match he wasn't there, they lost 6-1 to Austria without Bardaki. That was the only game he didn't play, I think. So that just tells you that I think he will be very, very important for this Euro for them. And now let's move on to the fun stuff, the midfield and the forwards. And let's start off with the midfield. And as you can see on the screen right here, De Bruyne were on the place Trossard is now. The only reason for that is because De Bruyne isn't on penalties, and also that De Bruyne is pretty expensive compared to Trossard. Of course, Trossard isn't on penalties either, but I think he will be a little bit more influential offensively. He won't get as many recoveries as Kevin De Bruyne, but I think he will be very influential. And besides Romelu Lukaku, I think those two could link up very well. And also Doku on the other side. I think this Belgium side is very, very dangerous. And I think Trossard can get those assists and goals. And for his price, I think it's very, very fair. And now Bruno Fernandes. You can't get a more nailed player into my team than Bruno Fernandes at the moment. I think he will have an incredible Euro, and hopefully he could build on that form he had at Manchester United in recent months, because he has been incredibly good. And the next one will be none other than Rodri. He has had such a good season, and for Spain he will be so influential as well. Although he just lost his 70 consecutive unbeaten run, I still think he will do very well. Although he lost it against Manchester United at the Wembley Stadium FA Cup final, it doesn't get worse than that, does it? I'm so happy because I'm a Manchester United fan, but I think this will affect him a little bit. But he's a machine. If we take everything aside, he will do very well this Euro, most likely. And against Croatia, I think he will be so influential there as well. Defensively, offensively, may get you those goals and assists, and also he may take some penalties. And the next two players will be both from Turkey, and it will be two maestros, two gems from different generations, and two very creative players in Arda Güler and Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Both of them capable of getting multiple goals and assists each game, and I think Arda Güler will have a breakout Euro. He has gotten more and more game time for Real Madrid. He is so cheap, same with Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Against Georgia, first game, you can't go wrong with these two, especially taking the price into consideration, their goal-scoring threat, and of course their creativity. Both of them will most likely take every single set piece for the team. And I can't wait to watch that game against Georgia when I have three players from Turkey. This will be a big differential, but I also will have Limitless, as I've said. So I will skip that game against Portugal in game week or match day 2. And now let's move on to the forwards, and just looking on the screen right here, this is beautiful. We have spent a lot on the forward spots, but I think it will be worth it when we have the likes of Harry Kane on penalties for England. He will be a player that almost plays 90 minutes every single game. Also Cristiano Ronaldo, he is still in the draft. It will take a lot for me to actually take him out of this team. He will also have the captain's armband for now. And then we also have the last player that we didn't have in the last draft, Romelu Lukaku. And yeah, I think in general he's on penalties. He will play 90 minutes, and I saw some of your comments, I need to admit that, and he looks like a very, very solid pickup. And Sukhul Sikaleshi, he got dropped from Albania, so Romelu Lukaku, is he a bad or good replacement? Of course, I love Sukhul Sikaleshi, so it was a little bit unfortunate that he got left out from the Euro squad, but of course, taking in Romelu Lukaku into account, it can't go that wrong, can it? Let's see what happens, and this will be my 2024 Euro draft. I of course may make some changes, but I think this team is so strong. And yeah, what do you think about this draft? And do you think tripling up is a good or a bad strategy? And in general, I would really like to hear your thoughts regarding Euro 2024. Do you have some hidden gems? And also remember to subscribe and like, and join my tournaments, the private league code, and also the Sora competition. That would be much appreciated. And yeah, my name has been Salle, and I will catch you next one. Bye bye and take care. Peace.